Hey everybody, I'm Sean Duhamel from the Mass Retirees Association. Today's Friday, April 17th. Thank you so much for tuning in with us once again this week. Before I jump into the meat of today's update, let me run through a few quick housekeeping items. Members have been asking about the new law that's on the books creating a waiver for retirees who return to public service here in Massachusetts during the coronavirus crisis. Now, this is a law that Governor Baker signed about 3 weeks ago. It allows public retirees who go back to government work here in Massachusetts to work full-time, with no restriction on hours and no restriction on money earned during the coronavirus state of emergency that Governor Baker declared a little bit over a month ago now. So if you're someone who falls under those provisions, there is no limitation to the amount that you can work during this crisis, and it's going to be ongoing. And we will provide further updates for you as this situation evolves. But the background of this is quite simple. Due to the ongoing crisis, there is a dire need to fill a number of public service positions and bring on additional workers. One example is the State Unemployment Office. In the past 3 weeks alone, we have seen nearly 500,000 applications for unemployment benefits here in Massachusetts. The system is completely overwhelmed and additional workers are needed. So they're calling back recent retirees from unemployment to help with the additional caseload, and this was the reason or the genesis behind this waiver. So speaking of unemployment, I know that a number of our members hold full-time or part-time jobs, whether you need a little bit of extra money, whether it's just something to keep you going. There's a variety of different reasons why people choose or need to continue to work. And I know that I've spoken with quite a few members over the last few weeks who have lost that job due to the ongoing crisis. Now, public retirees are eligible for unemployment benefits, and the details of how that works, that's something that you need to apply for those benefits and work through that system. Again, we have nearly 500,000 people who just have recently applied for these benefits, and the system is overwhelmed. Things are moving very slowly right now, so please be as patient as you can with it. But I understand this is a very difficult time for a lot of people. The other reason why I mention this is that there is, in most cases, going to be an offset, meaning that your public pension is going to reduce, in most cases, the amount of money that you can collect from unemployment. Now, the exact amounts are going to vary depending on your own personal situation. Now, us here at Mass Retirees, we're not experts when it comes to unemployment. So the best advice that we can give you is if you find yourself having been unemployed, apply for the benefits, go through the process, and see how things turn out. You have nothing to lose, but you are eligible. But again, there could be an offset because of your public pension. Now, the other calls that we're getting quite frequently are in regard to the federal stimulus. Now, remember, retirees are eligible for the federal stimulus payments, which are up to $1,200 per person or $2,400 per couple based on your income over the last couple of years of what you file for taxes. Now, retirees who are receiving a Social Security benefit or have filed federal income taxes for either 2018 or 2019 tax years are automatically starting to receive the stimulus payment. We know that some members have already received a direct deposit of their stimulus. Paper checks will begin to arrive in the coming weeks, and everyone is expected to be paid in the next several weeks to the next few months, depending on circumstances. However, for retirees who do not receive Social Security and have not filed a federal income tax return in the previous 2 tax years, there is no federal record of you. So an extra step is needed in order to pay you the stimulus. And that process involves applying right now through the IRS website. We have provided that link through an email on our website, massretirees.com, and on our Facebook page this week. So if this situation applies to you, that you need to apply for the stimulus, you can find that information through those 3 sources. We've already put it out there for you. Again, it's on our website. for you to get access to. So begin that process. That way you can hopefully get your stimulus money in a timely fashion. Now let me move into the new news this week. On Tuesday, our association participated in a statewide conference call where we were able to listen in to reports from the state treasurer, Deb Goldberg, along with state economists from the public and private sector, state officials, from legislative leaders to state Secretary of Administration and Finance, everyone coming together to share the most up-to-date information and analysis regarding the state budget and the economic situation here in Massachusetts. Now, the good news, and I thank our good friend Deb Goldberg, the state treasurer, for this, she made it very, very clear in her remarks that the state pension system that is investing through what's known as the PRIT fund, the Pension Reserve Investment Trust Fund, I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but PRIT invests billions of dollars in public retiree and public employee pension monies. That fund is doing what it is designed to do. Now, we have a very rocky, up and down financial marketplace right now. And depending on which day you look at the investment returns, one day they're up, one day they're down. We anticipate that this is going to continue for quite some time. However, the system is holding up as it is designed to do. That's the most important thing. You know, when you're investing monies, you know that you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. So you have to design the system to accommodate for that. And again, that's what we have done. And as the treasurer pointed out, there's no reason for anyone to panic. They're keeping a very close eye on everything. But we feel very confident that the system at the state and as well as at the local level are in very good hands and is going to continue to do what it's designed to do. That means that you're going to continue to receive your pension payments on time. That means you don't have to worry and lose sleep at night that suddenly you're going to lose your retirement. That's not going to happen. So that's the most important piece of all of this. Now, going forward, there is going to be a continued focus on our pension systems. And right now, over the next couple of months, our main focus when it comes to the public pension systems, of course, is going to be the cost of living adjustment. Now, the spring is when most local retirement systems vote on the annual COLA, as we call it. Now, the COLA payment is generally 3% on an assigned base. At the state and teacher level, that pension COLA base is $13,000. At the local level, the range runs from $12,000 all the way up to $18,000, depending on the retirement system. Now, setting the COLA base is a local option. It involves the local retirement board working very closely with the local legislative body and mayors and town managers and so forth to come up with a system that makes sense financially for that local entity. And again, the local range goes from a $12,000 base all the way up to $18,000. The average across the state right now is approximately $16,000 base. And it's something that we continue to work very hard at both the state and the local level to incrementally increase that base. Now, every year, thankfully, most retirement systems, the vast majority of retirement systems here in Massachusetts, and remember there are 104 local retirement boards across the state, 102 local systems, and then you have the state and teacher systems at the state level. For the last 22 years, like clockwork, the vast majority of these systems have approved the annual COLA, which of course is cumulative. So it's added to your pension. Your base pension increases every time you get a COLA. Those COLA payments add up over time. They can never be taken away from you. And that's a great benefit that we have here in Massachusetts that many other states don't have. The way other states operate their COLA system, it works like a bonus or a 13th check where a few $100s might be given in some random year and that's going to be it. It's a one-time payment. It's not added to the pension benefit. Where again here, every COLA becomes part of your pension. And as it stands now, on April 17th, roughly 15 to 20 local retirement systems have already approved a 3% COLA for FY21, which takes effect on July 1st. The state and teacher COLA, which Governor Baker proposed in his budget, is also for 3%. That COLA payment will be part of the state budget process. which is being delayed because of the coronavirus crisis. We anticipate that the House of Representatives most likely will begin their part of the budget sometime into late or mid or late May, and the state Senate most likely will act on their piece of the budget sometime in June. So we do think that there's going to be a delay in the budget at the state level for the coming year, but we do not have any doubt that the COLA will be part of that state budget. We also don't doubt that the vast majority of local retirement systems will meet their COLA responsibilities for the coming year. And when it comes to the COLA, those payments are part of the pension funding schedule at the local level. They're not a separate appropriation. It does not involve any extra money being funded from the city or town or being taken out of local budgets. That's not the way it works. There also is no savings to be had from not paying a COLA in a given year. It's all self-contained within the local pension funding schedule for that local retirement system. So the basic good news here is that we feel very confident that the vast majority of public retirees here in Massachusetts are going to receive your COLA in FY21. And at the local level, if there's any questions or anything that we can be of assistance with when it comes to the COLA or other retirement issues, please do not hesitate to call us. As a matter of fact, let me remind all members, we're here for you. If we can be of any assistance to you, give us a call, send an email. You have my home telephone number on the back of your membership card, along with the rest of our association officers. Do not be afraid to reach out. We're here for you. So with that, I'm going to sign off for this week, but we will be back to you again next Friday with a new update.